Welcome everybody to Le Wagon's last demo day of 2023. So we're happy to host you here both on campus and also to our live platform. So welcome to those who are joining online. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're coming from. Let us know what you're doing here. We'd love to hear from you. So I'm Rachel. I am the Events and Community Associate here at Le Wagon Montreal. And today is an incredibly exciting day. I am so excited because tonight we are witnessing the incredible finale of 5 boot camps. Yes, 5. So the students were asked in their final weeks to create a fully coded working prototype from concept to MVP, so minimal viable product. And considering the fact that many of the students knew little to no coding before they started, this is an incredible feat. So let's give them a huge round of applause to congratulate them on their accomplishments. I'm really excited. I can't lie, I'm so excited to see these final pitches, but before we dive into that, let me tell you a little bit about Le Wagon. So Le Wagon is an international coding boot camp. We give our students the skills they need to enter the tech industry, to upskill in their coding knowledge, or to even launch their own businesses. Le Wagon was founded in Paris in 2013 and now has over 40 campuses around the world. And we have more than 23,000 alumni who have gone on to various tech careers. One of the reasons why Le Wagon is rated so highly amongst our past students is that we are different than other boot camps. And why? Is because our methodology. We believe in real-time learning. We believe in one-on-one support and on having a hands-on approach. And I can also tell you personally that Le Wagon Montreal is run on heart. We care a lot about our students and their future successes. To us, they are not just students, but they're our friends, our future colleagues, and now a part of our global community. So we teach our students technical skills to enter the worlds of web development, data science and AI, and data analytics. Our web dev bootcamp focuses on both front and back end development and teaches students to create a web app from scratch. The Data Science and AI Bootcamp focuses on the ins and outs of machine learning and Python. And data analytics is about understanding data sources, extracting usable data, and building visual dashboards. Sorry. And tonight we'll be seeing the final projects of the web development and the Data Science and AI Bootcamps. So these students have studied both as part-time students, which means that they worked twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays and evenings, and also on Saturdays over the last 6 months. And then as full-time students who've been here on campus or remotely for the last 9 weeks, from 9 to 6 every day. So why Le Wagon? Our students come from diverse academic, professional, and cultural backgrounds. Some have just finished university. Some are working in fields that are related or unrelated to tech. They all have different goals, and once the boot camp is over, they have one thing in common, which is their strong motivation to gain new technical, hands-on skills in an incredibly short time. So congratulations to you all for that. Some of our graduates will be working as developers, some as data analysts, freelancers, others will be working in tech-related roles such as consulting and product management. In the past 9 weeks for our full-time students, in the past 6 months for our part-time students, they have learned how to code, but mostly how to work and think like developers and data scientists. So let's start our demo day. We have 11, really interesting and different pitches to share tonight, and I know the students are ready to share what they've done. So we will kick it off with our web development students who had to conceptualize, design, prototype, code, and finally host their projects online to share you this pitch. So this is not a prototype, this is real stuff, y'all. And trust me, you'll be really impressed. But I'll let the presentations speak for themselves. So, nous commençons avec notre projet en français. Le premier est Planet, qui a été développé par Michael, Véronique et Marie. Plan Eat est une application web qui vous permet de planifier des repas pour le semaine et de générer les listes de cours. Alors, bienvenue!
Bonsoir. Bonsoir à tous. T'es prête? Ok. Donc bonsoir. Je me présente. Je m'appelle Françoise. J'ai un rythme de vie assez intense. Donc entre la vie de famille et le travail, il y a vraiment une chose qui me fatigue au quotidien, c'est de me demander ce que je vais avoir à faire à manger à chaque jour. Donc pour ça, j'ai trouvé une application qui s'appelle Planit, qui permet de planifier ses repas et de faire son épicerie de façon responsable en accumulant des points. Donc tout d'abord, on arrive sur l'application, on peut voir une sélection de catégories de recettes. Donc moi, pour la semaine qui vient, j'avais en tête de faire une semaine italienne. Et mon plat préféré, ce sont les pâtes au pesto. Donc on va rechercher une recette de pâtes au pesto sur l'application. Voilà. Donc, en voilà une. Donc, la photo est assez parlante, tout est expliqué, la préparation. On va l'ajouter à notre planning. Donc, pour la semaine qui vient, on va la mettre pour lundi. Comme ça, je saurai quoi faire une fois le soir arrivé. Et pour le reste de la semaine, on va regarder d'autres recettes suggérées, parce que j'ai vu qu'il y avait une catégorie italienne. Donc, il y a des pâtes, des pizzas. Une recette de soupe lasagne, intéressant, allons voir. La photo a l'air appétissante. Ok, bon, ça a l'air assez simple à préparer, des ingrédients qu'on connaît, mais un petit peu revisités. Donc on va l'ajouter également à notre planning. On va la mettre pour le mardi, prochain jour. Et donc maintenant qu'on a nos recettes préparées dans notre planning, on va pouvoir ajouter les ingrédients de chaque recette. Donc pour les pâtes au pesto, j'avais déjà du pesto qui me restait de la dernière fois. Donc on ne va pas l'ajouter dans notre liste. Le reste par contre, on va le mettre pour l'acheter. Deuxième recette. Donc là, je ne connais pas bien la recette. On va mettre tous les ingrédients à acheter. Comme ça, je suis sûre de tout avoir. Et je peux donc aller consulter ma liste de courses. Donc j'ai tous mes ingrédients qui sont réunis ici. Donc, je vais pouvoir aller faire mon épicerie et acheter tous les ingrédients dont j'ai besoin. Donc, je vous laisse un petit instant. Je suis de retour. J'ai trouvé tous les ingrédients dont j'avais besoin. Donc, je peux tous les sélectionner. Il se trouve que j'ai trouvé certains ingrédients de façon bio. Vrac ou local. Donc les oignons, je les ai trouvés bio et vrac, mon bouillon de légumes aussi, et mon basilic local. Donc je peux l'ajouter et ça va me donner des points. Donc je peux ajouter ici, puis je vois mon total de points qui est donc sur ma page de profil, qui m'a donc donné un badge, un beau badge bronze. Donc je trouve que c'est assez ludique comme application. Et j'ai vu qu'également on pouvait ajouter nos propres recettes. Donc ce soir en direct, je vous fais l'honneur de vous présenter ma recette secrète, donc ma recette fétiche. Donc je vais pouvoir lui ajouter sa petite photo. Je vais pouvoir donc mettre le nom. Donc ce sont des pâtes au ketchup. Donc pour la description, ce sont des pâtes avec du ketchup, tout simplement. Et pour la préparation, il suffira de prendre les pâtes et de mélanger avec du ketchup. Donc je vais pouvoir lui mettre les catégories correspondantes. Donc comme c'est ma semaine italienne, je peux l'ajouter dans les recettes italiennes. On peut aussi dire que c'est une recette plutôt santé. Donc on va aussi l'ajouter. Et également, donc ajouter les ingrédients. Donc premier ingrédient très important, les pâtes. Donc on va en mettre un paquet. Et on va rajouter également un ingrédient, le deuxième, le plus important, le ketchup. Et on va également mettre un paquet de ketchup. Donc maintenant, je peux soumettre ma recette. Donc je vous conseille l'application parce que c'est quand même assez ludique. Et puis maintenant, vous avez accès à la recette que je vous propose ici. Donc merci.
Très bien fait. Alors, on continue avec Cinésélect, qui a été développé par Joachim, Julien et Martin. Cinésélect est une application web qui vous permet de définir des critères de recherche précises.
Laisse-moi, je m'en occuper.
OK, alors...
Ok. Ah waouh, c'est impressionnant en fait. Bonsoir à tous. Désolé pour les Anglais. Oui, ah pardon, je dois venir ici, excusez-moi. Je sais pas pour vous, mais moi chaque dimanche soir, je me commande à manger et puis je veux à chaque fois me regarder un film. Je pars toujours de l'idée où je vais regarder mon film. Cette fois-ci, je vais le trouver ce dimanche chez mon film. Et finalement, ça devient vraiment une mission très compliquée. Aussi compliquée que comprendre la fin d'Ascension. C'est un peu comme chercher une aiguille dans une botte de film, ou convaincre un chat de prendre un bain. Okay. Mais voilà, mon ami Martin m'a parlé d'une application, Cinésélect. Cinésélect prétend dénicher le film parfait pour chaque personne, pour chaque critère, et aussi pour chaque plateforme de streaming. Donc aujourd'hui, nous allons découvrir Cinésélect. Allons-y. Ok, donc là, Cinésélect nous propose 6 plateformes, donc selon nos critères. Donc moi, Martin, tu peux ajouter Netflix, également Disney et Amazon Prime. Non, pas Amazon Prime, ça je l'ai laissé à mon ex, donc c'est très bien, juste enregistre, parfait. Ok, c'est vrai qu'on est dimanche soir, demain c'est la reprise. J'aimerais regarder un film, ouais. Et c'est ça, j'aimerais aussi un film d'action, donc quelque chose qui bouge vraiment là. Parfait, très bien. Donc qu'est-ce que Cinésélect va me proposer? On peut lancer la recherche. Très bien. Oui, Martin, t'as été un peu vite, mais ouais, j'aime pas. Ok, donc celui-ci, tu peux... Non, on va swiper à gauche. Ouais, ok, c'est un peu des bugs là. On va swiper encore à gauche, ça m'intéresse pas ce film. Ok, Spider-Man, très bien, je connais. Je vais voir la description, éventuellement. Ok, très bien, donc c'est le film qui a été produit dans les années 2017, très bien, donc je vois qu'il a une très bonne note, une très bonne description. Ok, je vais le mettre dans mes favoris, je vais l'ajouter. Très bien. Mais je vais passer à autre chose, je vais passer prendre un autre film. Ok, finalement je me rends compte que les films d'action, c'est pas forcément ce que je veux. Moi je veux plus quelque chose qui me fasse rire un peu. Donc effectivement je vais prendre plus un film d'humour. Donc ok. Une comédie. Très bien. Ok, donc on me laisse la recherche avancer, c'est super. Ok, excite les films d'action. Là, je vais prendre un film année 2023, c'est très bien. Également, les acteurs, je vais... Ouais, non, finalement, ma culture cinématographique n'est pas aussi bonne, donc je vais laisser les acteurs. Concernant la durée, quelle sélection? Concernant la durée, je pense que je vais prendre un film de 90 minutes, c'est très bien, ça va éviter de m'endormir entre-temps. Et c'est ça, je vais lancer la recherche. Ok, ce film-là, non, ça ne m'intéresse pas. L'amour au choix, non, c'est bon, j'ai assez donné. Ok, Chris Rock, ok, ça c'est très bien. Ok, je vais mettre dans mes bibliothèques, je vais regarder la description également. Ok, super, très bien. Ok, je vais mettre dans mes bibliothèques et je vais regarder le film. Très bien. Donc là, on se rend compte qu'à les Cinésélect, on me donne l'opportunité de choisir le film selon ma plateforme de streaming. Donc là, actuellement, j'ai Netflix enregistré. Donc Cinésélect va me permettre de me connecter directement à ma base Netflix, tout simplement. Donc je vais regarder le film et puis je reviens. 2 heures plus tard. Oh. Pourtant, j'avais dit 90 minutes. Mais bon, c'est pas vrai. Ok, très bien. Donc du coup là, finalement, c'est vrai qu'il me reste il me reste un peu de temps là pour regarder un second film. Et c'est vrai que j'ai pas forcément envie de refaire une nouvelle recherche. Donc je vais aller dans ma liste des favoris parce qu'il me semble que tout à l'heure j'ai ajouté certains films. Ok, très bien, super. Écoutez, il y a Spider-Man qui est vraiment intéressant. Finalement je vais regarder Spider-Man. Il me reste un peu de temps. Ok, donc là, on peut se rendre compte que effectivement, selon le film et selon la base de données, donc là, je me rends compte que Spider-Man, je peux le regarder notamment sur Netflix, mais également sur Disney. Et donc voilà, donc c'est ça. Donc je vous conseille d'acheter tous Cinésélect. C'est vraiment la meilleure application de choix de films. Fini les soirées à passer votre temps à scroller, à trouver des films. Là maintenant, Cinésélect nous donne les films à portée de main. Donc je vous souhaite tous une excellente soirée Cinésélect. Merci beaucoup.
Très bien. Okay, cool. Now we're switching it up a little bit and we're getting remote. So we will have our first remote presentation by Waterouais, who will be done by Jaden, Malik, and Maël. Waterouais allows people in Montreal to find water filling stations in a way to reduce single-use water bottles. So, there's Fred.
Hi, everyone. My name is Malik, and one thing you should know about me is that I really dislike single-use plastics. I mean, besides the obvious that you're all probably aware of, single-use plastics creates millions of tons of ocean waste, contributing to the loss of thousands of marine life every single year, including that of the precious turtle. So Waterouais is a project that helps to address this overabundance of plastic water bottles by making it easier for people to find their way to free and publicly accessible water refilling stations near them. Let me show you around. So I'm currently located in the Mile End and I'm feeling quite parched. I have my reusable water bottle with me, but it's all empty. So let me see if there's any stations around here. Oh, look, there's actually one that's not too far away. Perfect, it's near the market, so let me go check it out.
5 minutes later.
Okay, I've had my water and that was very, very refreshing. So as all the information on Waterouais is crowdsourced, let me make sure that I let future users know how my experience was on the app. Oh, nice. It seems like I earned a turtle point for checking in. I'm going to investigate the leaderboard a little bit later, but first I will fill out my review. So as for the refill station, I think it deserves a full 5 stars. And I will also add that the water was cold and there's nice benches nearby to enjoy your meal. I'll go ahead and create that review for users to be able to see.
Few days later.
So today I'm in Laval and I'm noticing that there's a bit of a dry drought there because there's not many stations, and I noticed a station near me that I'm going to add into the app. So let me use Find My Location because I don't know the exact address of where I am. I am located on Tessier Street, so once the location is pinned here, maybe I'll name the station the name of the street, which is Tessier. And as for the notes, maybe I'll say it's near the Hilton Hotel. It's a landmark that a lot of people recognize. And I'll also just add 2 photos that I just took so that people can easily recognize where the station is. Let's check out the station. Beautiful. That's the great shot I took of Hilton, and it's dark, so there you go. Perfect, that looks amazing. So now that that's done, let me go check out my profile page and see what's going on there. Okay, great. So the reviews that I've added are all showing up. Same goes for the stations that I have as well. So that's excellent news. I see on the top here that I'm ranked number 11, which isn't too far from the top. So let me go see who's on the first position in the leaderboard and what's going on there. Ah, all my competition. I see you all. Okay, so there's quite a lot of work to be done to reach number 1. I love that Waterouais is incentivizing eco-friendly behaviors and sharing resources with the community. I would really get close to that number 1 and get Dr. Danny's position, at least, if not Jaden's too. But I'm sure that with continued use, I'll get there in no time. The Waterouais team, which consists of myself, Jaden, and Maz, are very, very excited about the future of Waterouais, to continue using it and continue scaling it up to all of Canada. We're really hoping that this project helps play a role in helping reduce plastic waste and help Canada gets to zero plastic waste by 2050. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Okay, so moving on quickly, we have our next remote group. Their concept is called ZeitGEIST, and we'll have it be presented with Dan and Jana and Othman. And ZeitGEIST helps residents and visitors to Berlin help find exotic food markets. So off to remote land we go.
Daniel, you ready?
I am.
Ah, Berlin. What an amazing city. The history, the architecture, and the people. Did you know that Berlin was one of the most diverse cities in Europe, with more than 216 nationalities being represented in the city? Can you imagine how many types of different food there is to experiment over there? Talking about food, I've been here for almost 2 days, and I still couldn't get a proper meal. I don't know if there's someone who could help me with that.
Hallo, meine Freund. Möchtest du die Kostigkeit entdecken, die Berlin zu bieten hat? Wenn das ja stimmt, brauchen Sie ZeitGEIST.
Oh my God, did you just say that ZeitGEIST was an online solution allowing me to discover Berlin's most exotic delicacies and foreign markets around the city?
Ja, richtig. Oh, yes, but I can also say it in English.
Say less, you convinced me. Show me what it looks like.
So, if you go through the map on our homepage, you can already see a selection of markets around the city that might interest you.
All right, let's see what you got. Organic fruit and vegetables. That's not me. Can I see something else?
Of course.
Fancy treats, custom made little goods. Still not convinced. Is there anything else you can show me?
All right, well, in that case, you could also use the search a market by using the search bar. You can enter whatever you want, be as specific or picky as you'd like to be.
Interesting. Actually, I would be in the mood for some coconut. Let's see what I can find. Oh, this one looks cool. Can I check the directions to see the location, perhaps?
Of course.
Oh, what a coincidence. That's right next to my hotel. I'll make sure I visit it tomorrow. However, I remember about a market that I visited during my last trip, and I'm afraid I won't be able to find it here. How shall I proceed?
Well, ZeitGEIST allows you to add a market for other users to discover. Does that sound like something that you could utilize?
Oh, that's awesome. Let's do it right away. All right, so add a market. So for the name of the market, that will be Christmas Market on Gendarmenkenmarkt on Bebelplatz. For the category, I would say that's diverse. The address and the image URL, I'll just send you that through the chat. And for the description, I would say, if I remember correctly, that was a Christmas market with traditional German dishes and sweets.
Okay, the market has been added. We can now go through the market list and check and see if it's there.
Oh, here it is. Let's leave a review to let people know what to expect.
Let's do it. So is this the proper location you were looking to leave a review for?
Yeah, the address is correct.
Awesome. And on a rating of 1 being the worst place you've ever been in your entire life and 10 being the most awesome place you've ever been, how would you rate it?
I'll say solid 10.
Okay, and give me a couple comments about your experience.
Great market, 100% recommend.
All right, there you go. The review is now live. Other users can see it. And also, if they wanted to check how reliable your reviews were, they could go to your user profile and check that as well.
That's strange. I don't recall creating a user profile. Wait, how did you get that information?
Oh, actually, I gotta go. So I'll see you around, but make sure you download ZeitGEIST.
Amazing. We all have to go to Berlin now. All right, so we're continuing with Where I Work, who will be presented by Alexandra, Leanne, and Maxime. Where I Work helps remote workers or students find computer-friendly places to work. I'm really excited. Come on up.
Hello, my name is Leanne. I'm 23 years old, and as a young professional, I work a lot at home. It's nice, it's calm, but sometimes it's a little bit boring, and I really feel alone. That's why I created an app called Where I Work. On this app, it's really nice because I like discovering new places and everything and work with people around me. It's a list of beautiful cafes that I can see, and I already use it since 1 week right now. I discovered it on 1 week. So let's go on my booking reservation, and I have to leave a comment because I forgot to do it last night. So I got in Café Gamba, got more details, and leave a review. And it was really an amazing vanilla latte. So right now I'm gonna write amazing vanilla latte. It has, I don't know, this taste, it was amazing. I can't even write it because it was so amazing that... And for the rating, I'm gonna put 4. But I also remember I got to a place, but I don't remember the name, and I don't know if I added to my favorite. So let's check on my profile and my reviews to see. Yes, okay, I remember. It was Le Petit Dep. It was an amazing cafe. Let's check. I'm gonna put it on my favorite because I know I'm gonna go back there. But my plan for tomorrow is to work. I know it's boring. I have a lot of favorites right now, but I want to change, I want to discover something. So I remember my friend Lex told me about a cafe, I think it was Café Olympico. Yes. Well, it's on my favorites, but I don't know. It's not my vibe right now. I want to try something else. I'm going to search maybe for a vegan meal, and I like, okay, good Wi-Fi. It's really important when you work. I'm going to check on the map, because I want something too far from when I live. Maybe this one. It looks good. Let's see. Well, it has 4 stars. It has a really nice description. Let's see the menu right now. It has a flat white and, also croissant. It's perfect for me. And I really also like the place. Just to make sure, let's see the review. 2 review, but good review. It's a nice thing. So let's make a reservation right now. I'm gonna do it for tomorrow, and let's say at 1 p.m. Okay, of my confirmation is right there. Perfect. I'm really happy. I have my reservation. I can't wait to be here. And right now, I have a beautiful application where I can invite all my friends to work with me.
Thank you. Okay. Next we have, Ecipes Edge with Lena, Romar, and Ryan. Ecipes Edge it suggests different recipes according to the ingredients found in your refrigerator at home. So come on up, y'all.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Romar. I'm a 25 years old vegetarian student. So you know when you just start your semester and you're like super motivated? Well, now I'm at the end of my semester and it feels like I have no time to do anything but study. So my friend Ryan, the problem is I love cooking, but I don't even have time to go grocery shopping again. So my friend Ryan came up to me and he said, well, you know, Romar, I was just like you before I found out about this Ecipes Edge app. It's very intuitive. You just have to type in your ingredients, and it gives you back recipes according to what you give it. Plus, he said, I know you love cooking, Romar, and with this app, you can create your very own recipe. So I just created an account, and I can't wait to get started. Okay, I can see I have my own cookbook, some categories already, but no recipes yet. So I guess I'm gonna go and say do like Ryan said, and enter my ingredients. I don't have any, I'm going to list them. I can see there's a lot of suggestions. Maybe I can go with my main ingredients. Let's start with spinach. I also have almonds. I'm just gonna type it, it's gonna be quicker. I see it, I'm gonna add it to my ingredient list. I have rice. I also have white beans, and sadly, that's all I have today. So if I go back into my ingredient list, I honestly have no idea what to cook with that, but I don't really feel like eating spinach, so let's just get rid of it. And let's see what the app has to offer. Okay, I'm very surprised because there's actually a lot of suggestions. And almond butter, I would have never thought of it. But the recipe that appeals to me the most is the first one. So white bean and pesto risotto. Servings 2, or maybe more 1 if you take my appetite. Rice, white beans, and pesto. I actually have leftover pesto in my fridge. Let's have a look at the instructions. Okay, you know what? I'm just too hungry. I'm gonna go cook. I'll be back. Whew. I ate it. It was so good, I had it in one sitting. I want to add it into my cookbook right now. I can put it to my favorite because it seems like I forgot to create a category. Maybe I can go ahead and create it right now in my cookbook. I will name it to try because of course I'm gonna save some recipe that I never tried before. And now I feel like a dessert. Maybe an apple pie. Yeah, apple pie sounds good. Wait, what? There's no apple pie on this app? I gotta solve this problem right now and create my very own recipe. It's an apple pie. You need to preheat the oven, cut the apples. I'll just copy paste the rest from internet. For what's of the ingredients, you need dough, apples, cinnamon. I don't really care about the serving and cooking time, but I do want to upload a picture though to make it look like more official. Okay, so I will create my recipe. I'm super excited. I have my first recipe. Maybe we can have a look back at my cookbook. I can see all of my recipes. Maybe in the first category. Okay, so not only this app allows me to get delicious recipe with the few ingredients I have in my kitchen, but I can also take recipes from all of my social media, save it in this single app so I don't have to look everywhere anymore. I'm so grateful for having Ecipes Edge. I can't wait to tell everyone about this app.
So we have our last web dev presentation coming up right now before we jump into data. It's called MotionExp. It was a team of Lucy, Lori, and Hungary. And MotionExp allows people to list, review, and rate films that are in cinemas near you. So it's cinema-based. Here you come on up.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Lucy, and I love movies. I am what one might call a movie girl, and I truly believe that the best way to experience a movie is in a cinema. So that's why I'm really happy I discovered this app called MotionExp. MotionExp allows me to keep track of all the movies that I've seen or that I want to see. And also sometimes there are old movies that were released like 20 or 30 or 40 years ago, but you never got a chance to see them in cinema. And sometimes those movies have special screenings, but I always have trouble to be aware of those screenings. So I end up missing them. But thanks to this fantastic app, MotionExp, I can get informed when one of those specific screening is happening in a cinema in my own time. So that's really amazing. By the way, Lena, I heard you earlier talking about a trailer. What was it about? Oh, yeah, right. That's it. So basically, yeah, you saw the new trailer for Dune Part 2 from Denis Villeneuve. Okay, I'm definitely going to watch it because I love the first one and I want to see this new trailer. So Dune Part 2 is already in my watch list. Yeah, so here it is, and I'm going to play the trailer. Okay, great. It was amazing. I'm so hyped. I just want to see it. So first, let's check if it was marked as get notification. Great, perfect. So that way, I know that if ever there's a premiere happening in Montreal, I will know it for sure. And now that I am on Dune, it makes me think that I never get the chance to see the first one. You know, the old one from David Lynch? So, yeah, I'm gonna look for it. So, Dune. Okay, yeah, this is the one, the last one. So, okay, if ever there is a screening happening, because it could happen, because the new one is going to release in like 3 months, so maybe a cinema will present this one. So I want to make sure that it's in my watch list, and also I want to get notified if ever there's a screening. Great. And since I'm on the app, it makes me think that a few days ago, I've watched this movie called The Lobster. It was really, I didn't know what to think about the movie at first. So I did have time to think about it, and yeah, now I'm ready to rate it. So let's go in my watch list, and okay, find it. So it was The Lobster. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, let's rate it. So obviously I've seen it. Good, and for the rating, well, the scenario was great, really. The acting was amazing, so maybe 4 stars. But, well, let me think. The scenario was a bit complex, so maybe 3 stars? I don't know. No, let's go with my first impression and put 4 stars. Okay, great. And now it makes me think that I really love that director. And I remember I saw a film from him. It was Dogtooth, I think, but I'm not sure it was in my history list, so let's check it. So, okay, Dogtooth. Okay, here it is, perfect. Now I'm sure it is. And, oh, I see that I have a notification. Let's see what it is. So apparently, Dune is programmed at Cinésélect Forum. That's great. Let's check for the screening times. So, next Friday at 6 p.m., looks good. I think I can leave the wagon earlier. Great, I'll be there. And I know that my friend Henri wanted to come with me to see this movie, so I'm gonna message him. Okay, so Henri, okay. Hi Henri, wanna see Dune, the old one, with me like next Friday at 6 p.m. at Forum? I really hope he's gonna say yes, because I love being able to debrief a movie after I've seen it with my friends. So, let's see it. Finger crossed. Okay, is okay with it? So let's go. Great. See you there. And well, I hope the movie is going to be great. And of course, without MotionExp, I wouldn't be able to know about screening. So thanks, MotionExp. Thank you all.
All right, so that concludes the web development, programs, And now we get to move on to our data scientists. So just to let you know a little bit about what our data science program is about. So the students put an incredible amount of effort and time into learning how to explore, clean, and transform data into actionable insights, and how to implement machine learning models. So I will keep talking. Anyway, I guess I could let you all know that if you really liked what you saw and you think you might want to do it yourselves, we have upcoming batches in January, which I will talk about again afterwards. But that's just something to let you all know that we have ongoing batches rolling throughout the year. We have some starting in January and also some more starting in March. And we can continue with our presentations. So we will start with EyeSpy, which was done by Claire, Anand, Paula, and Saeed. So EyeSpy is created to help doctors to quickly diagnose a healthy eye versus an unhealthy eye. So I'll let them explain what that means. Come on up.
All right, so hello everyone. My name is Paula, and today I'll be talking to you about EyeSpy. So before we get into it, I first wanted to tell you a story about John. John is a lovely dad that he likes to play with his son. But one day he realizes that his eyesight has been deteriorating with time. So he goes and gets a checkup. And the checkup, the doctor says that, oh, like you're tired, you're overworked, and that's it. But the only problem is that years later, they found out that he actually had early symptoms of diabetic retinopathy. So this is actually a problem. Because as a matter of fact, at least 56% of people get misdiagnosed with potential eye diseases. So why are we having such a big challenge? Well, we have three big problems. Two of the big problems comes by hand: scalability and diagnosis speed. Well, basically, we have too many people getting sick, and we don't have enough specialists that we're able to diagnose these diseases. And lastly, human error. People make mistakes, it's normal. Incorrect treatment, delayed care, and increases the cost of emotional stress. So we asked the question, can we create a digital assistant for ophthalmologists to improve the early diagnosis? And for so, we created EyeSpy. EyeSpy is a virtual assistant that helps ophthalmologists to detect diseases within the inside of your eye. So the way we do this is that we do it the way ophthalmologist does it. And for that, we take images of your eye, and then we look at the patterns inside those eyes. So like, for example, we look at the color of the veins, the shape, and any other anomalies, just like dark spots. So we trained our model with a database that contained 3,200 retina images, and we trained it in two different stages. In the first stage, we did a binary classification where we determined whether an eye was healthy and unhealthy. And in the second stage, we did a multi-disease classification where we specifically tell you what type of disease does this eye can see. So the logic of our model is basic as this. We take the picture, the doctor uploads it, and uploads it in our machine, and then he determines whether it is healthy or not. If it's not healthy, then we become into a multi-decision to whether of these 4 diseases, and then it gives you a feedback. But how was it created? So in technical words, we use a combinational neural network, and with a model that was already developed, a BGG16 combinational network with a total of 16 layers. We used 13 combinational and 3 fully connected layers. And once we trained the model, we evaluated, and then we saw that our accuracy was above 90%, which is great. So now let me show you how it works. A doctor would come, open our website, insert the name of the patient, in their first name, last name, and then we'll upload the image taken from the inside of your eye. Then the output would be the image that you found, and then you would determine whether it was healthy or not. In this case, it was healthy. Let's try another one. So again, you insert the name, you look for the picture, and then you make your diagnosis. So in this case, we got an unhealthy eye. And as you can see, we can get the anomaly of the type. So this was quite specific, and we got the diabetic retinopathy. And also we got a small description of what type of disease this means. Let's try another one, just to make sure everything is okay. So we insert the name, we upload the image, and then we get our diagnosis. And this one is also unhealthy with a different pathology, media haze with a small description. As you can see, everything is very quick and specific, which is what we want. So yeah, so you may ask, like, what's next? And for us, we answered that we would like to add more diseases or more anomalies so we can improve, be more specific with the type of diagnosis we can do. We also want to improve the accuracy of the model being a medical diagnosis. Also, with the improve of other technologies, we also give the option to the doctors to be able to download a PDF file with the final report. And lastly, with the improve of technologies, we would like to adapt the website that we develop into an app to be able to connect your smartphone with gadgets that take pictures of your retina. And for last, we want to say, let EyeSpy help you help others. Come talk to us if you have any other questions. Thank you.
Amazing. So we'll move on to our next data science group, Wino. That's done by Highway, Sabrina, Jack, and Adrian. And their model will help you choose the perfect wine according to your likes. Let me get you a mic. There you go.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry, a bit loud. It's very impressive to see all of you. Very excited to be here today to introduce and demo you our app, Wino, or Wino for English people. So first of all, we want to introduce ourselves, the team, the powerhouse behind all of this. So there is Away that is here. You have Jack, unfortunately he's not here, Adrian and myself, Sabrina. So let's go and envision a situation. So do you recall this excitement when you go to a restaurant to spend some time with your friends, with coworkers, enjoying some good wine, enjoying some good meal, and to at the end finish in front of like an overwhelming wine list with like names, houses, vintage that you don't even know about, or even going to, I don't know, SAC to buy a, like, I don't know, a white wine or red wine for your friends for a dinner party. Still don't know, still no idea. And even worse, you're a restaurant and the waiter arrives and you're still struggling, like going through all the rows of wines. And it asks you, are you ready to order? No. Well, it's stressful. I went through it several times. So if actually we had a tool, if you guys had a tool, a solution to that. So actually it exists now, and it is Wino, that we are proud to actually demo you today. So Wino is different than any other recommender. You might think, well, it might be like some kind of like recommender according to other people review, other people preferences. Well, we're going to see more into it. And just to let you know, it takes only 5 fields to fill during the survey, and 2 minutes only to have a personalized recommendation. So, as you know, we went through the bootcamp data science. So there is a little bit of machine learning AI behind it. It's not something like that you think filtering like some data or whatever. So the most important thing, and that's what we learned at the beginning of the bootcamp, garbage data equal garbage model equal garbage app. So first thing that we had to do, the most important thing and the more painful, was the data preprocessing. So in terms of data preprocessing, we actually went through like a very extensive data cleaning and preprocessing of more than 300K raw data, and not clean at all. And we developed some machine learning techniques, and I'm going to go through them just after I have this slide. Sorry. So in terms of machine learning, the next slide, I'm sorry. So in terms of machine learning, there was 2 specific models that were used. First of all, the natural language processing, which is a model that helps you actually extract flavors of the wine, type of the wine, dryness, sweetness of the wine, and even more, it helps you to define if the wine is good for your occasion. I don't know, you're going to a dinner party tonight, birthday. It does it for you. And the second one is actually the recommender. So we use the TF-IDF model that we also combined with, a cosine similarity to actually be able to match your preferences with the wine features. So let's stop talking a little bit and let's fill your empty white glasses, and go through the demo. Pretty easy. It's just the welcome page. So if we go down, scroll down, get started. Let's get started. Okay, so today, I'm not going to go crazy. I don't have so much money for now. So let's stay on budget. Let's say under under $20. That would be cool. Wine preferences. I'm in love with white wine. Well, you guys, I'll do white wine, whatever. Let's go for white wine. Country selector. Well, I think from my accent, you probably know that I'm not from Canada, so I'm actually don't care about countries. Let's go, I don't know. Let's be open to anything. Flavors. Anyway. Okay, let's do that. Do you prefer some dry or sweet wine? Okay, let's go for it. In terms of occasion, well, I think we're going to be celebrating something, so let's go to a dinner party with friends at the end of the presentation, the demo day. Let's submit and see if Wino has something for us to buy or to select in the restaurant, actually to buy if we go to a dinner party. And cheers, hey you guys, it's a match. So that's the good thing with Wino, as we said, it's actually not just algorithm, it's an AI that is actually like an algorithm that is intelligent, and it suggests the wine according to your preferences, our ones. And if, for example, I go to Stack, this wine doesn't exist, well, I can still have additional suggestion, and sorry, it takes some time, and I'm sure that on the 5 that we have here, you'll be able to find it at SAC. So that's it for the presentation. Obviously, you can redo the survey if you want to. And so we just wanted to let you know that it's actually our beta release. Wino is going to continue to grow. We want to add some more features, exciting features to help you guys find your perfect wine. So please do not hesitate to talk to us if you would like and you're interested, and please stay tuned. And at the end, I just wanted to thank the lightning people, like the guiding lights behind us, our teacher, Mamdou that is over there, and all the other ones that were remotely present. Thank you, and cheers.
Wine under $20 in Canada. So we'll continue with credible content, which will be presented, which was created by Hannah, Matthew, Abel, and Maria, and that will help detect fake news. So let's hear about it.
Right, good evening, everyone. I hope you're all enjoying the projects. There's just a few more for you. So this is our project. It's credible content. It is a fake news detector using a predictive model. Now, to demonstrate this, I encourage you to go back in time to when the medicine for COVID was still being developed. Now, there were many different medicines that were tested out for COVID, and one of them was ivermectin. Now, while this was quickly debunked by doctors, it did stay on the mind of a lot of people. Now, why is that? Well, this man is one of the many reasons for that. He sits currently at the #1 spot for podcasts not only in the US, but also globally. And he has about 11 million listeners per episode, which comes out daily. Now, the issue with this is, now, he might not be a doctor per se, but he was certainly influential to many people. So much so that about 270 doctors did in fact put out an open letter urging him to please cease this misinformation. Now, other outlets went their route to simply showcase how deadly this kind of misinformation is. So the issue here is, what can happen when misinformation is taken as actual information? And this is what our project does. Before we tell you about the project itself, I'll tell you a little bit about the data set. It is from Kaggle. I'm sure everyone here kind of knows it. So we did minimal pre-processing and cleaning to it because, lucky for us, our model does the majority of it by itself. So we started with about 30,000 entries, and after these minimal pre-processing, we had about 23,000 entries left. And to tell you a little bit more about the model is Abel.
So we decided to employ natural language processing in order to classify the articles. And the advantage of natural NLP is that it is based off the relationship of the words inside the article. So we can disregard factors such as the publisher or whether any of the individual claims in the article are true or not. And this matters because even if it's a reputable publisher, they can still put out fake news sometimes. And whether a fact is true or not can change depending on what time you do the fact check. So by looking at just the text of the body, we're able to take away these sources of possible bias. And for natural language processing, there's two major steps involved. There's the text embedding, where words are changed into a matrix of vectors, and then there's the actual classification model itself. So we tried out an ensemble of methods, some custom, some pre-trained, and then mixed and matched these to try to create the best model possible. And through this process of trial and error, we ended up settling on BERT. Now, BERT is the premier natural language processor that was developed by Google. It was trained on 3.5 billion words, and what makes BERT special is that it's bidirectional. So it looks both at the word before and the words after in order to create the value matrix. And there are many different versions of BERT, but we decided to go with DistillBERT because it's much less computationally expensive while maintaining 95% of the accuracy from the full BERT model. So then we took DistillBERT and we trained it on our 24,000 article data set, and we were left with this model. It has 66 million parameters, and then we attached a threshold of 70% to it. So if an article was determined to be 70% true, we'd classify it as real. If it was 70% false, we'd classify it as fake. And if it was anywhere in between there, we would say it was suspicious and then prompt the user to do further research. With this threshold on our actual test set, we were able to get 93% of the fake articles classified accurately, 97% of the true ones accurately, and then around 6 to 7% of the data fell into that suspicious category. But that's enough talking about the model for now. Let's actually check it out. So we can go over, this is our application, credible content. And if we go over to the prediction page, you can see that there's a box where all you have to do is copy and paste the body of the article, and it will give you our model's prediction. So there were a couple articles that we pre-selected for you to try this out. The first one, so because of that hysteria based off of ivermectin, there were some members that of Joe Rogan's listeners of Joe Rogan that ended up going out and buying the horse version of the ivermectin and had adverse health effects. And then Rolling Stone puts out this article that so many people are overdosing from the horse ivermectin that gunshot victims weren't getting into, there were no beds in the ER for the gunshot victims. So we can all you have to do is take the text of the article right here, put it into our text box, and when we hit predict, we can see that our model says that the article is in fact, drum roll please, fake. And what's interesting is that if you go to this article now, Rolling Stone has actually issued a correction where they say that they cannot back up the claims of this anymore. But of course, this correction was issued weeks after it was originally published and the misinformation had already spread. So if you had access to our application at the time, the moment this popped up, you could have just pasted in the body and you would have known right away that that information was actually untrue. Now we have another example we set up for you from The Onion, which I'm sure everyone here knows is a satirical website. But in case you didn't know that and you ran to an article like this where, man feels like bystanders are arguing with him in bad faith to put his guns away, and you were shocked and you wanted to see whether this was true or not, you can just copy the text, put it inside the box, hit predict, and you can see that our model determines that this is in fact, drum roll again, suspicious. And then it prompts the person to do further research on the contents. Now we have one more example just to show you how flexible and versatile this model is. This is actually from the local Montreal Gazette. And this was an article that was published last week, and it's about municipal spending and fund allocation. So if you were curious whether your local government was attempting to misinform you or divert your attention in any way, you can just copy the text. Sorry about that, a couple technical difficulties. But yes, you can just copy the text and paste it in there. And what the model does is, there's only minimal pre-processing, so it takes away any extra spaces, takes out punctuation, and then it feeds in the clean text directly into our model, and it's built in already the tokenization, lemmatization, and then runs it through. So just gotta copy, and when we paste, right there, easy as that, we can see that in fact, drum roll, it's true. So it's nice to see that Montreal has a thriving independent journalism. So, but you don't have to take our word for it. Try it for yourself.
Amazing. We are concluding our data science projects this evening with Voice Authenticator. So I'll invite Yusuf, Andrea, Elise, and Nicole to this stage to show us a model that recognizes deep fake voices, voice recognition.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So bear with us, we're the last one of the evening. So in the last month, I've been reading online in the news that there's been a lot of fraud being committed to with people fake voices. How it works actually is someone can take your voice, clone it, and use it to send it to someone, so to ask for personal information or even ask for money. So this really scares me because anyone can clone my voice, take it, and ask for my friends or my family for money. So I decided to do something about it. So first, I recorded my voice.
Hey, I'm a bit in a situation. I just had an accident and I need to pay the person $500 right now and my bank account is blocked. Could you please transfer me the money to this email? I'll pay you back really soon.
So this is a recording of a real life scenario that happened in the past. So my goal is now to transform my voice into my friend's voice and see how it works and if it's really easy to do it. So I asked my friend to build a model with me and to see how we can transform my voice.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. I know there's a model on Hugging Face that uses AI, and with only 15 minutes of that person's voice, it can really make a flawless fake voice. So I know a friend, Joseph, he hates typing, so he's always sending voice notes. So I bet it's gonna be super easy to get like 15 minutes of his voice to train the model. Okay, so it's done, let's hear it out.
Hey, I'm a bit in a situation. I just had an accident and I need to pay the person $500 right now and my bank account is blocked. Could you please transfer me the money to this email? I'll pay you back really soon.
Wow, that was so scary. It really sounds like a friend. We definitely need like an authenticator of voices to know if this is fake or not. Hey, wait, we're data scientists now, so we can do it by ourselves. Elise, will you mind to explain how we can do it?
Yes, sure. So by using artificial intelligence and machine learning, we can use a model which will help us to predict if a voice is real or fake. So how did we proceed? The first step was to collect our data from the internet. We also recorded our voices. At the end, we had more than 100,000 seconds of sounds to analyze. After that, we took all these sounds and extracted some features. The features are the characteristics of the sound. They are, for example, the intensity of the voice, the height, the range of frequencies, and so on. When they are all put together, they allow us to identify individual sounds the same way that fingerprints help identify humans. After that, we used all these features to feed and train a XGBoost model. So a XGBoost model is a machine learning model which works the same way as a team of relay racers. The first racer receives the data and learn all the features. After that, he passes all this data to the next one, and the next racer will improve all this knowledge, and the process will be done so on and so on with all the members of the team. This is the same way that our XGBoost model works. At the end, the model allows us to make prediction on voices by calculating the patterns of real voices and by recognizing the inconsistencies on fake voices. So now that our model is ready, let's test it with our application. Youssef, can you show us?
Yes, of course. So deepfake is very scary indeed. The first time I heard the audio that Nicole made, I was impressed because it did sound like me. And I'm pretty sure if some of my friends receive that audio, well, most of them might get fooled. And that's unless they use audio authenticator. So the app is pretty easy to use. All I have to do is upload the audio. So I can browse for the sound that Nicole made, which is right here, Youssef. I can open it. Now that it's loaded, I can open it, make sure that I open the right one.
Hey, I'm a bit in a situation.
So you guys can hear now that it's pretty similar to my voice, which is really scary for me. Then I click on predict. And here it tells me I'm almost certain that this voice is fake. So the model was able to tell that this was a deep fake. And if we scroll down, we can see the features that the model used to predict that, to do that prediction. So to illustrate how easily we can get fooled by deepfakes, we're gonna play a little game together. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna play a couple of sounds of Trump, and together we'll try to guess if it's a real one or a fake one. Okay? So let's try it. I'm gonna go get the first one. Let's start with this one. I'm gonna open it. Okay, let's hear it now.
More than 200 years after a former colony won the right to determine its own destiny.
Okay, so what do you guys think? Anyone thinks it's real? Okay, a couple of people here. Okay. Okay, I thought it was real too. So I predict. And actually, it is a fake one. The model can tell that it's a fake one, and that's the case. It was a fake one. Let's try another one. Let's go with this one. Open it. Okay, let's split.
We'll have great relationships. We expect to have great relationships. No dream is too big. No challenge is too great. Nothing.
So, again, raise of hand. Real. Okay, got a couple more people here. Let's see what the app has to say. So the app is certain that the voice is real, and in fact, it was a real piece of audio. So it can be hard to tell if it's a real or a fake voice without using an app like Voice Authenticator. And we can imagine moving forward, like we can integrate it in our phone. And then like when we receive a voice message or we have a phone with someone, we'll receive like a notification from the app telling us, oh, watch out, this seems to be like a deepfake. Be cautious, don't send any money. So the website is already online. I invite you now to scan the QR code, go try it, and we hope you will enjoy it.
Okay. Woo! You did it! Congratulations. You've all officially graduated from Le Wagon. I wish we had hats. We can turn it. And of course, it wouldn't be possible without all of the teachers, all of the staff, everybody behind Le Wagon. Thank you so much. Teachers, TAs, everybody who's shared your positive attitudes and your passions with our students, thank you so very much for your being role models. And thank you also to our volunteers who helped this evening, who will continue to help this evening. So, as I mentioned earlier, we do have some sessions open, and we also have a last call if you want to do a part-time class for either data science or web development. You can create a deeper deep fake or a better, more, I don't know. I'm not a data scientist, as you can tell. I was kind of scared about that, too. But yeah, we're always looking for students, and we have both online or hybrid. So. And it's part-time, which means it's evening. So for those who are trying to upskill, yep, we have QR codes all around, not the red ones, the black ones, that will gear you towards the upcoming sessions. And then for those who want to join us in other ways, we have a lot of events that we are always open to the public. We have one next week on Tuesday with JL from Google, who'll be talking about data, actually his evolution from web development into data. So if you would like to join that online, you can check out the Eventbrite on our website. And then in January, we also have an SQL sprint that will be on January 4th in case you're bored at the beginning of the year because it's a new year, why not start something new? And then an additional one later in January for data visualization with Tableau, which I believe has to do with data science. We'll have to ask one of the data scientists. So yeah, continue. Yeah, so yeah, for all of our attendees, thank you for coming. Everybody here is staying, so please, if you have any questions about any of the projects that you've seen tonight, ask the students. They want to talk about it. They spent so much time, love, sweat and tears creating their projects, and they're really, really exciting and interesting. So, and then for those of you at home who are joining us on the live channels, thank you very much, and good night.